Hello, and welcome back to Danganronpa Another. On our last episode, basically everyone decided they hated me, and we explored the new areas, and that's all that happened. And I think we're supposed to go to the dining hall now. I'm not 100% sure. It's been a few days since I recorded. Yeah. That's right here, I believe. Okay, let's go in. No, why am I taking a deep breath again? Well, it's only natural. Waiting for a while, I saw Uehara coming in. Afterwards, Mekaru and Kinja with frowning expressions. They all came to the gathering.
Literally think it's been years since everyone gathered like this.
No, wait a minute. Not everyone. Tyra isn't here. Didn't you call Tyra?
I kept calling at Tyra's room, but she still doesn't feel like coming out. Well, hard wounds don't heal that easily. Let's give her a bit more space.
It's nice to leave her alone, so why don't we make the race on time? It doesn't seem to come out up from the morning. Is anyone available?
If you called to talk about this, I'll leave. I agree, let's talk about the issue quickly. What are you talking about? I just wanted to put you all together and talk about the investigation and put everything in order. Didn't you report about your investigation on the second floor, excluding us? I don't think it would make much difference, even if you gather everyone now. By the way, you guys, if something interesting like this happens, you should have let me know. The Psycho Police was finally rejected. I said that at the trial and finally it happens. Oh, it's so funny. I wasn't rejected, but I was fed up with myself. And if you didn't want to listen to me, then why don't you go out already?
Well, I think we'd be better without the couple over there.
No, it's better to do the report with everyone together. Right, come to think of it, you were the one who asked everyone to gather. Now, what did you call us for that? You had something to say? I'm not asking for an investigation report or being with all these people here. First, report the investigation. Everyone needs to know.
Well, that's okay, but Kurokawa, you seem to have a motor in your mouth these days. Words are coming out more as frequent now.
Ignore Otori. First, as Kurokawa said, let's do the investigation report first.
Haha, well, it's been a while. Gathered together like this and reporting on an investigation.
If we do it together, we can share information. Then I will tell you mine. Me and Yamaguchi found the infirmary room.
Huh? Infirmary? There is no such place on the third floor.
That's because it's on the first floor, not the third floor. The infirmary.
Yes. First, there was nothing unusual. There were many items that were easy for first aid, such as various medicines and bandages.
There was no clue regarding the escape, but the infirmary is still open, so please come to me if you get hurt, because I will always be in the infirmary. So there is also an open place on the first floor? I went to the third floor directly.
That's right. Me and Kobeishin found a casino on the third floor. The casino? What's that?
It's literally a casino. Slot machines, pool tables, roulette games, darts, cards. There were many things you could play there. But a casino in a school? Isn't it too much? I think it'd be nice to have a break. You can laugh and play in there.
And you're not doing it, right? Our purpose is to get out of here. There's no reason we'll like it just because our life here is getting rich.
If you want, you could be a little more positive. If the others were here, Maki and Higa, I'm sure they would have been happy.
Well, there's no clue to escape here either. Well, I went around the classrooms and checked the windows, but they were still covered with metal plates.
So it was the same too. Was that everything on the third floor?
There was an art room.
art room for a school-like facility? What was in there?
Nothing much.
Oh, hey, would you mind if I speak for a second? Actually, I found something weird in the art room.
Something weird?
I picked up a picture that was on the floor of the art room. In that picture, we were all in it.
We were?
Everyone here, and Tyra in her room. And all who aren't here, Maki, Higa, Tamori, and Hatsuno. What? How is that possible?
I don't remember taking a picture with you. No, I've never taken a picture since I was born.
That's weird, though. If we're the owners of that picture, didn't we meet for the first time at Hope's Peak Academy a few days ago?
That's why I mentioned it's weird. Maybe I'm confused, but everyone seems confused too.
What? Did we have a picture that we don't remember? Did we lose our memories or what?
Besides, there was another strange thing. That photo was taken like a group photo. Like on a school trip, but the center was torn. The way I saw it, it was as if someone in that spot was in that spot and they were deliberately ripped.
Someone else besides us. Were we not 15 in total?
Is it? No way. The mastermind? That person who controls Monokuma trapped us in here? Wouldn't it be the person who controlled him? The one who was ripped off from the picture?
Oh, I don't even remember taking that picture in the first place. But are you saying we took a picture along with the mastermind?
The existence of the picture is itself weird. Maybe Mr. Monokuma made it himself. I can't think of anything other than that.
Or maybe Maida lying.
What?
Are you lying, Maida?
It can't be. There's no reason to lie, and no reason to lie to your backs either. Maybe they confuse us or something.
Oh, I can't fully trust Maida yet. Sorry.
No way. This is an investigation report, right? I said what I found. Why do you suspect this?
That's not so good, but if you're dissatisfied, would you mind just showing the picture?
That's not possible. Monokuma took it before I could do anything else.
Monokuma did.
And there's no evidence. You really lied, didn't you?
That's really troublesome. I trust my friends, you know.
What? You don't know a thing, then stay quiet. And a secret note. Shut up! Asshole. He's pissing me off. Maida turned out to be aware of the mastermind, and he could be for all we know.
Because I fell asleep during all that. I'm not so sure. I'm not particularly on his side, but the picture is real, so beat the useless doubts already.
How do you know that?
I was in the art room when Yukimaru picked up the photo. However, even though I don't know the contents of the picture, it's true that she picked up something similar to a picture.
Mekaru. Stop.
I just prevented this story from going down the road. You can give me a fucking thanks.
Well, even if what Maida said is true,
Is it just Monokuma's manipulation?
Yeah, because this is, but not the note. The note is real. It's the truth. You guys are so hypocritical. I can't help it after discussing things that I'm not sure about. Let's just skip ahead and listen to the other investigation sides.
I agree. It's not really a clue that can help us escape anyways.
But are there other investigations besides this one?
Oh, there's one more. The new classroom. We have a science lab on the 3rd floor.
A room for science, you say?
Well, there are several experimental devices, drugs, but that's not what matters. Everyone take a look at this. I showed everyone the album book I found on the science lab.
Dusty, dust.
That's
Hope's Peak Academy's 50th graduation album.
58? Were there more seniors? It's the graduation album of one person by the name of Kisaragi Hanzo. By now he must be an old person.
Kisaragi. Well, what's wrong, Kurokawa? Is he an acquaintance of yours?
Well, what's wrong about it, and who's this person? Also, you said this person's album was in the science lab?
That's a mystery. Besides, there are no other seniors. It was only this guy alone.
What you going to do, psycho policeman?
You've been getting a sick look since we began. Why is that?
Shut up. It's just that I don't feel the need to participate with preliminary criminals.
Well, even so, Kinjo, if you found a clue to escape, it's important to share information.
Forget it. They don't want to escape with us together. By the way, this graduation album is really confusing me.
This is everything, right?
This is all I found on the 3rd floor.
There's no clue I got out this time.
I guess she's somehow speaking in emojis now.
This doesn't seem to be a clue to escape, but is it okay if I take a minute of your time?
What is it, Uehara?
I actually found something in an empty classroom.
This is a cell phone?
It was in an empty classroom desk drawer on the 3rd floor. I was going to tell everyone, but it worked out in the end, since we all gathered here like this.
A little slide phone? It's boring. It's a 2G phone in the world these days.
That's not important. Whether it's a 2G or 3G, because it's a mobile phone, you can talk, right? We need to contact the outside as soon as possible. Request a rescue.
Oh wait, as far as I can tell, I carefully guessed that in this situation that cell phone is most likely broken.
No, it works fine. The battery, however, is low, but there's a charging cable next to where the phone was, so you can use it any time.
Declined foresight.
Is that true? Is it working? That's indeed great. It's the most helpful discovery so far.
The call hasn't been made yet. It is the first time I turned it on in front of you guys.
Mr.
No, wrong character. Mr. Uehara, call someone quickly. We might be able to get out.
You'll call 911. Understood.
So Uehara responds. He starts using the phone.
Huh? What do you do now?
No, I mean, how? How'd you call from this?
Oh no. He's a priest who's never used a phone before. What? Are you an illiterate person? Have you lived in the mountains or something?
That's a bit harsh, treating a strange person just because they can't use a mobile phone.
That's all good. At least you know how to turn it on.
Then give it to me. I'll try calling. Sorry, if you could please do.
Uehara handed over the mobile phone to Yamaguchi, and then everyone, even Kinjo and Mekaru, paid attention to Yamaguchi. Of course we are. If we can get out of here, we no longer need to doubt each other, and the anxiety about when the murder will happen will disappear. Well, everyone was so nervous in watching Yamaguchi operating the cell phone.
Its signal doesn't reach.
What is this cheap gag, comic-like ending?
What do you mean by signal? Isn't a cell phone a machine that can call from anywhere?
Don't worry about it and stay quiet. That's unfortunate. I thought we might be able to get out from this situation finally. Hey, Muscle Pig, give it to me.
Muscle Pig? Okay, here you go.
Mekaru, what are you trying to do? Mekaru picks up the cell phone and starts to fiddle with it. It's a problem in this area, and that's the issue. Everything else is working fine. Except for how dusty it is. One interesting thing is, she is the original owner of this thing. Original owner? Wasn't it from one of the students at Hope's Peak Academy that lost it or something like that? We'll cut to this and repeat that sentence. Mekaru manipulated the phone for a bit and then showed the screen to everyone. What appeared on the screen was... What? Maki? This is Maki? Jeez, Maki, you need to get a better phone. This thing sucks. Why is Maki's picture on that phone? The face that was smiling so brightly with friends on the screen was the figure of Kyoka Maki that we knew all so well, and that we already had been unable to see in this world anymore. Why, you ask? That's because the owner of this cell phone is Kyoka Maki. Huh?
Maki, she brought her cell phone. No, then that would mean we brought them too. But they disappeared after coming to the school.
The image folders are open, but the rest says that a password is needed or the data will be corrupted and erased. Well, it's a big deal, so here, take it.
Oh, right.
Maki's cell phone. Maki was alive, we could have asked her about it.
Hey, but don't you think something is amiss? If you think about this carefully, Hope's Peak is out of signal from outside.
It doesn't work because of all the iron plates in the blocked entrance.
But Hope's Academy is in the middle of Tokyo, right? A simple blockade would lead to a lockdown. That means a currency break.
What exactly happened to us?
First, let's hold on to this. Take care of your phone.
Well, what we do know, fungal and data could be destroyed. Very hard as found it, right? Then keep it. Touch your cell phone and study it. Though you don't become illiterate anymore.
There's no inconvenience if you know how to use a home phone. But if you want me to keep it, I'll have to learn, so please tell me what I need to do.
Then, the next investigation report. I guess we're done then.
Eventually, we couldn't find a clue to escape from here again.
Let's not give up yet. If we keep looking, something else might come up.
Well, I don't want to hear that from a fake friend.
You still doubt me? I'm not a traitor.
Now, the investigation report is over, so
Let's go ahead and speak. The real reason for bringing us here.
Mikaka Kirikawa, you did this calling, right?
You have something to say to everyone. Speak. I put up with all the disgust and stayed in one place with the preliminary criminals to this point.
so I hope you get your speech soon.
See what he's talking about now? I feel the same too, honestly. I think doing this now is a waste of time. So would you like to tell us quickly what this is all about? The reason I called you here. I need to show you all something. I think everyone should look at this. What do you want to show us?
Clara is not here, so it's everyone.
This way. Follow me. We decided to go after Kurakawa first, without knowing the reason. Is it because Kurakawa, without a word spread, wants to show it? It's the weird room that has nothing you can click on in it. Kurakawa, isn't this the warehouse? There's something here. I'm on you. Some of you might want to ask me, don't you? When we began the class trial yesterday, the reason for being late. It was related to this. I'll tell you why I was late. Someone, please look at the bookshelf in front of me. Huh? Why all of a sudden? Yesterday in the dorms, I went to look for anything, to investigate. While wandering around, I found this. I heard a person's voice from behind it. You heard a human voice behind the bookshelf?
Ghost!
There's something behind this. Hey, men, go ahead. What is in there? We were surprised by Kurakawa's words, and we removed the bookshelf in front of us. And what we found was...
This.
What was behind the bookshelf was not a hard wall, but a large hole enough for a person to fit through, and a staircase leading into it. There's a hole in the back of the warehouse. Besides, there's even a staircase going down? Yes.
Ah, staircase. Where does it lead to? You heard the human voice coming from here, Kurakawa? Or was it a voice from the outside? This is an exit to get out. An exit, right?
I'm not sure if we're leaving, however, this looks dangerous. Is it okay to go in?
Seems obvious that this leads to a new place. If that's the case, we have no choice but to go. We've been checking in and out of the warehouse all the time, but a new place has only been discovered just recently. I thought this might be the exit we were all reaching for, so my body started to get excited more and more. But then when everyone stopped hesitating and tried to step into the secret entrance.
Hey! No, do not enter! Not here!
Nakuma.
you know this place is trying to enter? This is a no entry zone. You got it? No entry zone. Well, this place, we trapped very fierce creatures with sharp claws and very crazy too. There's billions of them down below.
Oh, Williams, like such terrifying creatures in the school. What does this child's imagination do? Since you said that, now I have to go further down. Get out of my way!
No, well, Mr. Wanakuma's duty to keep you all from danger. It's like if you go down there, it'll be a suicidal act. Are you fine with that?
Don't lie. We heard from Kurokawa that she heard human voices inside. You can't expect to hear voices from such dangerous creatures.
Ah, I agree. Or is that an exit that you want to prevent us from leaving? Is that it?
No, you really can't enter here. There's a very dangerous creature.
Just leave already. I can't use violence because of the skill rules.
Oh, could that be it? Maybe the reason Monokuma is so nervous means that there's definitely something below.
Well, if you really want to go down there, I won't meddle. But I will warn you all. You better pay attention to the ceiling of the stairs while going down.
While I listened to Monokuma and looked inside for a moment, I noticed a faintly long metal flashing.
That's some kind of weapon, right? Machine gun, pretty, right? If you're down there, the machine's target may turn red and it will turn you into a honeycomb. That's fine for you then, go down.
This damned toy.
I told you not to do that. I'm doing this to keep you guys from danger. I said this clearly already.
It looks like there's already an exit below this, so something that could be the root of our situation.
Oh, I don't know about what Miss Becker is talking about, but don't go down anyway. I'll stand still until you get out of here, and you won't tell me not to do it.
What do we do? Yeah, if there's an exit here, we can't leave anyway, because Tyra's not here. We can't leave, not now.
That is true. Well, it's regrettable, but now we have to retreat, right?
Why are there two? Jump scare.
Go back then.
Oh, okay. That was like a glitch. What the? It increased one more?
This is an after image. It's so fast that it looks like two. I am the gatekeeper of this place now. We can't help it. Let's go, leave for now.
Yes, I had enough income to know that there was something important down here.
Oh, what is it of what you guys mean at all?
Then let's do that. Kurokawa, will you be okay?
Yeah.
Damn it, Monokuma only interferes when it's really important. I really wanted to know what was down there. But as Inori said, there must be something very crucial that Monokuma reacts this way. We'll look into that sometime later. As I thought about that and left the warehouse, we went back to the dining room.
Well, what do we do now? Kurokawa is in that state now.
What to do? There's no way down. There's no way now. It's clear that there's something on the hidden stairs in the warehouse. If only we had a chance to look, we could search downstairs.
Well, I'll say, wasn't it wrong that everyone went together? Why is that? Well, that's gotta be it. If there's imposters among us, isn't that an attempt to escape? With the traitor, then of course he'll be caught by Monokuma.
Audrey, why are you looking at me while you say that?
Stop it. Even if there's a person who is an imposter, none of us contacted Monokuma.
It is most likely that Monokuma was probably watching the surveillance cameras. Oh right, I almost forgot the existence of those surveillance cameras.
Then we should be careful when talking about important things in the future.
Hey, lunatics. Now that this is all over, I'll go. If you are not sure in finding, don't call me. Bye.
Now, Kenta doesn't want to spend time with anyone.
Leave him, that guy's no good.
It's not just Kinjo, you too will distrust someone someday. You will distrust each other.
I'll see you next time,
friends.
I'll be taking my leave as well. If you need the mobile phone, please speak to me.
Everyone, all of us are shaken. The situation was increasingly moving in the opposite direction from what I wanted. Maida, are you going to stay? I guess you still can't believe me.
Rather than not believing, how do I see this?
You've seen it, haven't you? He's definitely a liar, even though there's something written downstairs. He'll believe in my secret note written by Monokuma more than me. This situation in which you all doubt me right now is according to Monokuma's scheme.
Just a little. Give us time to think a little. I'm sorry, Maida.
It seems to be in vain to be with everyone now. I have no choice but to be avoided for now. I hope you make a wise choice, because I am always the one I know I am. Since you're my friends, I'll believe in you. Kinjo's avoiding us. Mekaru and Uehara are still around, and everyone doubts me. Taira doesn't even want to come out of her room. This is the worst possible outcome. Still, I shouldn't lose hope, right? The secret staircase in the warehouse. If I believe there's a clue to escape, there is. Still a ray of hope in the situation. If I can leave this place with everyone, all our worries will be resolved. Let's wait for a chance. I cannot lose hope. Morning, free time event. Well, who do I hang out with because no one wants to see me? Please, okay, you. Best girl.
Hello, you want to hang out with me?
Yes.
Yay! Let's hang out then.
Do you want to give her a gift? Yes. Okay, what would she like? No. Cosmetics. Is there anything like what? She might like a teddy bear. Gold watch, cross, and like the housewife glasses. Curse doll. Free park tickets. Party sparkler set. That just sounds like her. And I have 4 of them. Don't have it equipped? Okay.
Ah, Yuki, are you giving me this?
Yeah, it looks like a firecracker set. Take it if you like it.
Ah, thank you. How did you know I love fireworks?
Then let's do
some fireworks now.
Wait, don't do fireworks indoors. You should do it once we get out of here.
Oh, that's right. Whenever I see these firecrackers, it reminds me of my brother. In our family, we had a rather leisurely life, but the few memories we had as a family are with fireworks. The fireworks I saw with my 7th brother as a kid are still not forgotten.
It's surprising that you can become so emotional.
Is that so? I'm sorry to be so emotional. This firecracker that you gave me, I'll take good care of it. I'll keep them well until we get out. I want to play with fireworks with Yuki.
I genuinely felt happy about that. Hey! There we go! I guessed that correctly, I guess. I got a red nose. And I can give it to her several more times because I have 4 of them.
Yuki, how was my performance? Was it good?
Frankly speaking, not so much. It was set up with ropes and simple tools from the storage, which occasionally went flying in my direction and almost hit me straight.
Was it messed up? A total failure? Yeah.
No, not at all. Everything other than the flying dishes were pretty okay.
Liar. Yuki's face is saying, this fish totally sucks. Satsuki can read people's minds.
I didn't think anywhere close to that.
I'm too far away from catching up with my siblings.
Satsuki, you had siblings?
Of course. My whole family was a circus. Me and my 11 older brothers and 9 older sisters.
How did she have such a large family? Wasn't this kind of setting only for fiction?
I'm the youngest. Don't know if it's because they were born earlier.
Yes, that's generally what that means, Satsuki.
But I just can't keep up with them.
But aren't you the ultimate clown? You did great at today's performance. Can't you do way better than them?
Nope. The only moment I appear to shine is when I perform together with my siblings. My individual skills as a clown are so terrible. It might be even worse than yours, Yuki.
That's not true. I couldn't even imagine trying to do those tricks in your performance.
Really? I was gonna train hard at Hubspeak and show my sibs who's the greatest.
Cheer up, I'll be rooting for you.
Huh? Really? Yuki's rooting for me. So, Yuki's gonna watch my every performance and even offer one-on-one coaching.
Don't make up things I didn't say.
I'm glad. Honestly, Yuki, you look a lot like my 7th brother. I feel like I'll do well if you cheer me on.
Oh, you do? That's good.
Let's keep the spirit and start practicing right now. Come on, move, Yuki.
Not right now. I've got work to do. I know that Satsuki's a kind and strong-willed person with passion, but she just seems to go her own way at times. Alrighty. Afternoon. Let's go find people. Satsuki, where did you go? I have no idea where she is. I'm not talking to you, I'm mad at you. I'm angry with you. Yeah, Kanto would be in there. Maybe she's upstairs. Hello, my love, best girl. Not you. Why are you out here? I mean, I guess he would be in the gym, he's buff. Yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna want to aim in here because someone was murdered. It's always the weird people like, Uehara who are in the classroom, so maybe? He was always in the classroom, I swear. No. I can't see her being in here. We still should check though. Ray would be in here. That checks out. I do low-key want to hang out with her, but I like Satsuki the best. There she is! Hello! Let me talk to you. Please let me click on you. There we go.
Hello, Yuki. I'm just walking in circles around the hallway.
Ah, sweet. Let's do it together, babe.
Okay.
We walked in circles around the hallway for some time. I feel like we became a little closer. I know what you like. I've got even more fireworks for you.
Yuki, you remember that promise from last time?
Promise? What promise are you talking about?
Watching my whole practice and coaching me. Seriously, Yuki, you should have just come watch me practice my somersault while using my bed as a mat.
When did I promise that?
Don't be shy, Yuki. Don't you think you're coming into a girl's room, but as a tutor to teach your favorite student?
No, I mean, I never said I was going to coach you. I don't even know the basics of acrobatics.
Oh, you mean you're gonna coach me when you learn the basics of acrobatics?
Crap, this is getting dangerous. Why won't she take a hint? I can't do this anymore. This will go on forever unless I do something. I better get out of this. Fast. I'm not an athlete. I'm worse at keeping my balance than you. I'm not interested in acrobatics at all. I won't talk nice if you keep whining like this.
Yuki, sorry, I didn't know you hated me that much. Was I that annoying? Sorry, I guess I'm a worthless clown. A worthless clown like me shouldn't have even thought of sticking around, Yuki.
Satsuki looks like she's about to burst into tears. This isn't what I wanted. She does try too hard to get her way, but it's not like she meant to be rude. I better apologize. Satsuki, I'm sorry. I'll apologize.
Well, I guess it's okay, Yuki. It's my fault. I'm a bad girl.
Satsuki, you're really crying? I'm sorry, it was my bad, so please don't cry, okay? I might not be able to be your coach, but I'll come and watch you practice.
Really?
For real, I swear. Wait, what? Weren't you crying?
Ha! Gotcha, Yuki. Everything was Satsuki's act. The tears were drops. Oh, there's someone who actually falls for this thing.
What? An act? You tricked me.
For a clown, acting is a must-have skill. From facial expressions to body language, you gotta fake them all and catch your audience by surprise. Haha, Yuki, you were fooled. Bullseye. You better keep your promise, Yuki. I don't expect you to teach me acrobatics, but you're always welcome to watch and cheer for Satsuki's practice.
Oh jeez, I guess she is the ultimate clown after all. It feels like I've been played around like a puppet. Does that mean I have to watch her practice every time? Every single one of them? I'm screwed.
I never had to bring a drink because I get really thirsty after practicing.
Do that kind of stuff on your own. While Satsuki jumped around in joy, I moved as fast as I could to get out of her sight. And I guess the day is over. And it's gonna time to go to bed. Blah 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 blah. We know the drill. Efren's relationship with me has remained the same since this morning, and I haven't even seen any new clues to make this argument change at all. But tomorrow I'm sure I'll find something. I'll believe in that chance. When your head is so dizzy and difficult to even organize your thoughts, it's best to forget everything and sleep. I was hoping for a better tomorrow and sleep for now. There's still a few rules that Kinjo had originally set when he was the leader. One was having breakfast together, and the other is not to leave our rooms at night. However, Kinjo is the one who set the rules. He's been left on his own, and I'm also suspected of being an imposter, so I was kicked out from the group. Nevertheless, I decided to follow my own will. I think maybe everyone will make that decision soon too. Then I'll go to the restaurant tomorrow morning to have a meal, and if I keep talking with them, I'm sure they'll start believing in me. You are too optimistic, Yuki. Lying in bed without feeling good, and not feeling like sleeping, but I spent the whole day looking around to investigate, and soon I fell in a deep sleep.
Yes, finally, it is all over with this. Everything, it's over. All of it will end. This is despair. But you have such great despair. I will follow you, always. Who is that? Is that just my dream? I just dream of the creepy red demon.
Morning? Ugh, I think I just had some strange dream. It is a dream. Dude, your dreams are effed up.
Hello everyone, it's morning, 7 o'clock, blah blah blah, wake up!
Doesn't matter. Let's go to the dining room first, and once again, this time, I'm going to convince everyone. The first thing I noticed as soon as I entered the dining room, it was her appearance. Tyra? Thank God you're out of the room. For a moment, I thought this was a fortunate moment, but soon I realized that Tyra's condition was a little different than usual. Tyra has been in that state since this morning. She came here faster than anyone, and I thought she recovered. Oh, the greeting is late. Good morning, Maida. Good morning. It's not. Why are you naturally joining the meal in the morning?
Well, that's right. How many times is this gonna happen? You can't do activities with imposters that know the mastermind.
You don't really believe that. Of course we do. No matter how much of a good guy you are, you have good behavior, and you've shown great success in the class trials, and you take good care of others, and you're nice and funny too.
Oh, what's so bad about Yuki? There's so many good points on him.
Patience there. Anyways, I can't accept you right away, with the big question left behind in the air. So how can you trust me then?
Well, if there's evidence that makes it clear you're not the imposter, then
all I can do is claim my innocence. Whether or not you believe me depends on how much you said of Monokuma's tricks. The room went silent. Everyone seemed to be hesitating in some way, but it seemed they couldn't quite decide.
Hey, what are you guys so worried about? Huh? You didn't say that Yuki is the one who knows the mastermind? They're not the mastermind, right? After all, that person is the mastermind in the end. And if you guys really like Yuki, can't you just get along with him or whatever?
What? Man, that's so easy to say. This is why she's best girl, okay? She's literally the best one. It means that you're on the side of the mastermind then. Can we trust a person like that?
And we just have to be better than the mastermind and make the imposter betray them.
Uranami.
Make them betray the mastermind?
I like Yuki a lot. Isn't it the same for you guys?
Well, I do, but
I just decided, don't bother with him or whatever, just be a friend. If I suspect someone I hate because it makes my head hurt.
I guess Uranami's not someone who's aiming for words or thinking too deeply. She just said something that she wants to say purely.
and such words coming from Iranami moved everyone's hearts. Okay, fine, I lost. Kabashikawa. Well, let's just talk to him rather than worrying about him for whatever reason, I think. It would be better if we stay together.
Yes, Iranami's words are the right answer.
Rather than seeing leave from Maida and regretting even if he turns out to be an imposter, there's less regret by being together, I think.
Yeah, let's just act with Maida like usual. But what if I really become a...
But are you really okay? What if I really become a traitor? Now, if you say it like that, you don't feel like you're part of it? You'll just have to accept it too. I believe we did this wrong from the beginning. You guys. Oh, but only minor. Kinjo will never be accepted. There's no exception.
That's right, there's no way to be able to talk to him.
In the end, everyone believed me. Because there's Iranami, where words came before thinking. Actually, this would have happened too if the others thought like Iranami. Little by little, I'm regaining my trust again. It was the first and foremost step to our goal to escape. That scares me though. What if that's a death flag for her? Now that I'm back with you guys, I was curious about something. Well, being all gathered in the morning like this means that you're going to continue with Kinjo's rules. Kinjo is someone I don't really like, but he sure does know how to maintain safety.
Before Maida came in, I was about to check the number of people and have breakfast.
Man, I'm so hungry.
Alright, then let's continue to have breakfast together and not come out at nighttime.
Still no response from her. I don't think she even noticed you coming in.
I think you want to know what we've been doing before you came.
Well, the secret stairs that Kurokawa showed yesterday. We also talked about Kinjo and Maida. I couldn't pretend to hear it.
She must have been shocked because of Hatsuno.
Hatsu... no. She said something.
Oh yes, when it comes to the new Hatano, she reacts like that shortly. But after that, it is all the same.
Larry, weren't you a doctor or some kind? How can we treat her?
Actually, I'm not a doctor, but a surgeon. You could say I'm the kind that heals physical wounds. However, I don't have the ability to heal such wounds from the heart. That should be seen by a psychiatrist.
Haha, for some reason, there seems to be 2 Kurokawas now. She's like, that wasn't funny.
Kubashikawa, don't make jokes like that.
Yeah, I was. Sorry. I'm sorry, okay? I guess there's something the girls hate when... That's something girls hate when... That about Kurokawa. Are they just like hitting me?
Alright, do that one more time.
Joe! That was cute.
Oh, sorry, I usually have a habit to stop patients like that. Please forget it because it's embarrassing.
It seems the mood was more relaxed than yesterday. The air feeling lighter, we decided to begin our breakfast. After breakfast, we started to investigate again. Investigating was important, but I also worried about Tyra. Once she tried to eat her meal, even if it was burned. She continued to eat it in that wasteful bowl, or even pour water in it, etc. She was in a bad condition and she couldn't even think herself. But what can we do with our own power? There was nothing we could do to ease her pain, but we decided to wait for time to heal her. If we get out of this terrible place, we'll be able to make some progress. Let's do a little more research and look for clues. Morning. And by look for clues, that means go hang out with Satsuki again. There she is.
Oh my god. Hello. Yuki, check this out. Practice makes triple back tumbling. Perfect.
Watching Satsuki perform, I never thought I'd end up like this. Well, a man should keep his promise even if he was tricked into it. Congratulations. Wasn't it scary to try that on the floor?
Nope, that's okay. So hi, Yuki just being in the audience was making Satsuki feel energized. Besides that, Yuki's really kind. I didn't know you'd actually come.
You're the one who dragged me into this. Besides, they say a man should keep his word. I guess I should follow up on my promise, and leaving you alone would make me nervous.
Oh, that kind and meddlesome personality, exactly like my 7th brother. Had that little bland look of yours and ding ding. You really are a carbon copy of him.
Is that a compliment?
Of course, it's a compliment. My 7th bro is my absolute fave and the one Satsuki adores the most.
You're closest to your 7th brother, aren't you? Like last time, all you did was talk about your 7th brother.
First, my 7th bro is the only one who cared for me since I was a little girl. In how the acrobatics have stayed by my side all of these years.
Huh. What about your parents and other siblings?
You know, all my sibs are in constant rivalry. They fight like cat and dog every time, meowing and woof-woofing and stuff. And it's all because our circus rewards members, depending on the audience's perception. So you do better than your sibs, you get more rewards.
No way. But siblings shouldn't have to be so calculative to each other. You guys are still family, they should get along.
That's not really possible. My parents are believers of absolute meritocracy, so they only love children who are the best of the best. They're gonna make their best child the future ringmaster or something. Didn't I tell ya? I'm the worst out of all my family. That means Satsuki gets as much attention as a particle of space dust. My parents have zero interest in Satsuki because my skills are level 0 plus 0 equals 0. I got abandonment or perhaps neglect. Gave up on treating me as their child.
Whoa, that's harsh. You're part of their family, and the youngest one too. You deserve much better.
It's okay, everything's fine. My 7th bro raised me and fed me and all, and that's pretty much enough for me. Sasuke's actually the one in one of the better positions is besides everybody busy keeping each other in check and don't care about me. My 7th brother has really good skills on my sibs, so he gets a lot of envious attention from them. It's been a while since Satsuki told him goodbye. Hope he's doing okay. Well, I can't see him right now, so I guess I'll have to think of someone so much like him as consolation, which is you, Yuki.
I thought she was just a peculiar girl trying to drag people into her world. I never expected a backstory like this. She talks of it like it's not about her, though. Is this really okay? I walked an innocently smiling Satsuki to her room. There you are.
Oh my god, how did you find me?
Well, usually just walking in the hallway in a circle.
Wow, you know me way too well. Come walk with me, Yuki.
I'm gonna give you fireworks again. I hope she doesn't have too many more events because this is my last one.
Oh my god, more fireworks. Holy shit. Yuki, the day has come. It's today.
What day? What are you?
Duh, the day when you get to see my practice full course. That means Yuki needs to go straight to my room with me, now right away, because he'll probably get cut up soon. Swiftness is a skill every clown should have.
Yeah, I guess I can spend some time watching your practice. Let's go. Oh my god, that is a room.
Well, there's no ladies, so welcome, gentlemen. There's no time for Satsuki Uranami's solo circus performance.
I guess giving an applause would be the courteous thing to do, right? Half of me wants to cheer for her, but the other half keeps getting worried. I don't want dishes flying my way and nearly scratching my cheeks like last time.
First off, I'll spin these hoops with my arm while balancing on a ball.
Wow, she's doing better than I thought. Did she practice without me watching? Uh-oh, I just had a feeling she's going to fall.
Ah!
She fell off.
Oh, it hurts.
Are you okay, Satsuki? Did you get hurt?
Yuki, are you worried about me? Satsuki's as good as new. It's not the first time this has happened during practice, so I'm used to it. Yuki's really like my 7th brother. When I made mistakes like this, he got worried about me and kissed my injuries to make it better.
So, you need me to kiss it better?
Not like that, Yuki. He has some weird interests. You might be like my brother, but you don't have to do everything he does.
Sorry. Why am I getting scolded at?
I messed up again. Well, Satsuki was scattered by host because he has me a clown. Don't you think I'm a terrible clown?
Not at all, Satsuki. You were awesome.
course, it would have been even better without that mistake.
Nope, it's true. I'm holding an ultimate title even though I don't deserve it. Just like a flashy SSR card with a bunch of useless skills. I wasn't supposed to hold this title, but my parents and siblings sent me to Hope's Peak Academy. They thought an incompetent like me would be nothing more than a burden on the circus. That's why they sent me after school. Yeah, Satsuki the dumb brain could figure that out.
Satsuki, are you sure you're okay with sharing that kind of story?
Yes, I'm okay. So then my 7th bro was the only one posting me away. He said I needed to remain because I'm part of the family too. But I told him that I'll go. Satsuki's not much of help to the troop anyway. And I wanted to learn many things in school instead to become a super skilled performer. Good night, Katsuki here. Looking at your face reminds me of my brother's teachings. Always stay bright and brave, Satsuki. Words cut deeply to my bone.
So that's why Satsuki didn't look sad, even with that kind of family history. I feel so thankful for her 7th brother. She wouldn't have become the playful, cheery girl she is now without him.
Anyways, Yuki, since my 7th bro's in here, please be one for me. You don't have to act like him, just saying some words of encouragement next to me is fine.
Whoa, how am I supposed to be as good as him?
Yeah, Satsuki's a purple stamp. Yukimura, I hereby name you the king of kindness. As I feel like my 7th bro was right next to me, just with your watching and cheering for me. That means Yuki's as reliable as my brother, Keisuke.
Satsuki, although having been left out in the cold by her family, grew to be a sprightly girl, with the help and care of her 7th brother. I hope that she can keep staying cheerful like this. She might be a tad too energetic sometimes, but it's that bright energy which she brings that overpowers any dark thoughts. I feel a deep bond with Satsuki. I can sense that we became close from the bottom of my heart.
So, can I call you Keisuke Maida after my 7th bro's name?
Just Yuki's fine. I said goodbye to an innocently smiling Satsuki and partied with her. So I gained some sort of ability. But I don't know what. I would like to look, but I don't know if it's going to let me. That's Kurokawa. What is she doing here? Kurokawa, what are you doing?
Maida. I was looking at the ceiling. I don't know.
Kurokawa, after Hatane's trial was over, haven't you gotten a little cold with me ever since?
Oh no. Go to bed.
That's what I'm saying. It's okay if you don't want to talk, it's late at night, so I'm ready to go to my private dorm. Is she gonna die? I'm a little worried, but Kurokawa isn't doing anything bad. Let's go to bed for today and work hard to investigate tomorrow.
It's nighttime. Go to bed.
This is progress. I was fortunate enough that everyone believed in me today. I'll remain in my room tonight and go to the dining room and eat tomorrow morning. Okay, let's see what ability we got. Yes. Joker trick. Each time you do a non-stop debate, you earn 2 medals. I don't know what that means. Do I just get more Wanakuma coins? Oh boy, that's kind of useless. Like, this thing was actually good. The 1/ thing, that's like a really good ability, but if I just get more Monokuma coins, oh well. Okay, so I think this is actually where I am going to leave off for tonight. I assume the next episode will be when the murder occurs for the chapter, because we've already done 4 free time events. It's kind of the next logical step. And I don't know who's gonna go. I'm really worried about Satsuki because she being like all having that speech kind of felt like a death flag to me, which is bad because she's my favorite, but luckily I maxed her out. So we got the most of our time with her, but I'm gonna be so sad she's next. And with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Go ahead and leave a comment. I do read every single comment and I appreciate all of them. And like this video if you did enjoy it, and of course subscribe. It does help me out and it helps the channel, and I hope you have an amazing day or night or whatever the time is where you are when you're watching this. I hope it's amazing. Alright, and that's all I've got for you. I will see you all in the next episode when someone will probably die. Later.